This message is not an accident. You did not click on this video by chance. At this very moment, God is speaking directly to you. Yes, you, the one who has been feeling restless, uncertain, and quietly pulled towards something new without fully understanding why. Heaven has been watching your journey, your patience, your silent battles, and the prayers you whispered when no one else could hear. God says, prepare yourself, pack up. The season you are standing in is coming to an end. You may have noticed the signs already. Things that once felt comfortable now feel heavy. Places that used to bring peace now drain your energy. Conversations feel different. Connections feel weaker. It is not because you failed, it is because you have grown beyond where you are. There is a divine shift happening behind the scenes. While you were waiting, doubting, and wondering if anything would ever change, God was aligning paths, moving obstacles, and preparing doors that no human power can close. What feels like disruption is actually divine direction. You are not being removed as punishment. You are being repositioned for purpose. God is calling you out of familiarity and into destiny. The environment that once protected you can no longer contain who you are becoming. New blessings require new ground. New favor requires new surroundings. And the life ahead of you cannot begin until you release what no longer belongs to your future. You may feel fear. You may question whether you are ready. But God is not asking for perfection, only obedience. Every step you take in faith will be met with guidance you cannot yet see. Listen carefully, this is your confirmation. The discomfort you feel is not confusion, it is a calling. The ending you fear is actually an opening. Pack up emotionally, pack up spiritually, prepare your heart. Because a new location, new people, new blessings, and a completely new life are already being prepared for the chosen one who is willing to move when God says now. Signs God is calling you to leave. Have you noticed that something no longer feels the same in your life? The places you once loved now feel heavy. The routines that once gave you comfort now feel empty. This is often the first sign that God is preparing a transition. When a season ends spiritually, your soul begins to recognize it before your mind understands it. One of the clearest signs is a deep feeling of being stuck. You may be working hard, doing everything the same way, yet nothing seems to move forward. Opportunities slow down, motivation fades. It feels as if an invisible wall has appeared in front of you. This is not failure, it is divine redirection. God sometimes blocks progress in one place because your future is waiting somewhere else. Another sign is doors closing unexpectedly, plans fall apart, invitations stop coming, relationships shift without explanation. At first it feels painful or confusing, but many chosen ones later realize those closed doors were protection. God removes access to environments that cannot support your next level of growth. You may also feel disconnected from people around you. Conversations no longer resonate. You notice differences in values, vision, or energy. It is not about becoming better than others, it is about becoming different. Growth changes alignment. When God elevates your purpose, certain connections naturally fade because they belong to a previous chapter of your life. Emotional discomfort is another powerful signal. You might feel restless even when everything looks fine on the outside. There is an inner voice telling you that you cannot stay where you are forever. This holy discomfort is not anxiety without reason, it is spiritual awareness awakening inside you. Many chosen ones also experience increased solitude during this time. Friends become distant, or you feel the need to spend more time alone reflecting and healing. What feels like isolation is often preparation. God reduces outside noise so you can clearly hear divine direction. You may even notice repeated confirmations, messages, dreams, conversations, or unexpected moments that all point toward change. The same theme appears again and again: move forward, release the past, prepare for something new. If these signs are appearing in your life, understand this clearly: God is not abandoning you, He is guiding you. The discomfort is not meant to break you, but to move you. Staying may feel safe, but obedience requires courage. When God calls you to leave a season, it is because your next blessing cannot find you where you are. The ending you are experiencing is simply the beginning of divine relocation, a step closer to the life prepared specifically for you. 2. Why God says pack up. When God says pack up, it is rarely about geography alone. It is about transformation. Movement in the physical world often reflects a deeper spiritual shift taking place within you. God calls his chosen ones to move not to confuse them, but to align them with divine timing and purpose. Every season in life has an assignment. Some seasons are meant for learning, others for healing, and others for preparation, but no season is permanent. When the lesson has been completed, remaining in the same place can slowly limit your growth. What once served you can begin to restrain you. God sees what you cannot yet see, that your next level requires a new environment. Divine timing is different from human timing. You may feel unprepared, financially uncertain, or emotionally hesitant. Yet God does not wait for perfect conditions. He moves when your spirit is ready, even if your comfort zone disagrees. The call to pack up often comes before clarity, because faith grows through obedience, not certainty. Throughout spiritual history, movement has always preceded elevation. Growth requires separation. Seeds must leave the safety of the soil before becoming trees. Likewise, you cannot step into a new identity while holding tightly to an old environment. God removes you from familiar spaces so your potential can expand without limitation. Sometimes God asks you to move because your assignment in your current place is complete. You have learned the lessons, endured the trials, and developed the strength required for the next chapter. Staying longer would only delay the blessings already prepared ahead of you. Another reason God says pack up is protection. There are moments when unseen dangers, negative influences, or stagnant energy surround a person without their awareness. What feels like loss is often divine rescue. God closes chapters early to preserve your peace and safeguard your destiny. Movement also activates faith. When you step forward without seeing the full path, you begin to rely on God's guidance more deeply. This dependence strengthens your spiritual connection and builds confidence that does not come from circumstances but from trust. Understand this truth: God never calls you to move without preparing something greater. The command to leave is always connected to a promise ahead. New locations bring new encounters. New environments unlock hidden gifts. New beginnings reveal parts of you that could never emerge if you stayed the same. So when you feel the call to pack up, do not interpret it as instability. It is divine strategy. God is repositioning you, not to take something away, but to place you exactly where your purpose, growth, and blessings can finally meet you. 3. Hidden preparation season. Before every visible blessing, there is always a hidden season of preparation. Many chosen ones misunderstand this phase because it often looks like delay, rejection, or isolation. But what felt like stagnation was actually sacred training. While you believed nothing was happening, God was working deeply within you. There were moments when life became unusually quiet. Invitations slowed down, relationships changed. You found yourself spending more time alone than ever before. At first it felt uncomfortable, even painful. You may have wondered why people drifted away, or why opportunities seemed distant. Yet isolation was not abandonment, it was protection and focus. In solitude, distractions are removed. God separates you from noise, so your character can be strengthened. During this hidden season, patience was being developed. Emotional wounds were being healed. Old habits were being confronted. You were learning resilience without realizing it. Every challenge you faced was shaping the person capable of carrying future blessings responsibly. Training seasons are rarely celebrated because they happen in silence. No applause, no recognition, just daily endurance. But this is where true transformation begins. God was teaching you discipline when no one was watching. He was building faith during moments when answers did not come quickly. The struggles you endured were not punishments, they were preparation exercises for a greater assignment. Many times doors closed because you were not meant to depend on external validation anymore. God was teaching you to stand confidently even when support was limited. The loneliness refined your discernment. The waiting strengthened your trust. The uncertainty expanded your spiritual awareness. Think about how much you have changed compared to who you were before this season began. You see life differently now. You recognize unhealthy patterns faster. You value peace more than approval. These changes did not happen overnight. They were formed through hidden preparation. Just as gold is refined through fire, your character was refined through difficulty. God allowed certain pressures not to break you, but to remove what could not go with you into the next chapter. The version of you that is emerging now is stronger, wiser, and more aligned with purpose. What you called a delay was actually alignment. What felt like being left behind was God slowing your journey so everything ahead could be properly prepared. The hidden season ensured that when blessings arrive, you will not only receive them, you will be ready to sustain them. Nothing you experienced was wasted. Every silent battle was building the foundation for the new life God is now calling you toward. 4. Fear versus faith battle. When God calls you to move into a new season, the greatest battle rarely happens around you, it happens within you. The moment you sense change approaching, two voices begin to speak at the same time, fear and faith. Fear reminds you of everything you might lose, while faith quietly shows you everything you could become. Fear sounds logical. It asks questions that feel reasonable. What if I fail? What if things don't work out? What if I leave what is familiar and regret it later? These thoughts can feel overwhelming because the unknown naturally creates uncertainty. Even chosen ones experience hesitation when standing at the edge of transformation. Fear is deeply connected to comfort. It wants safety, predictability, and control. It convinces you that staying where you are is wiser than stepping into something new. But comfort can become a cage when God is calling you toward growth. Remaining in the familiar may protect you from risk, but it can also prevent your destiny from unfolding. Faith, on the other hand, speaks differently. It does not always provide full explanations. Instead, it offers peace in the middle of uncertainty. Faith says, "You are not walking alone." It reminds you that every previous challenge you survived was proof that God has been guiding you all along. The struggle between fear and faith is not a sign of weakness, it is evidence that something meaningful is about to happen. Transformation always requires courage, because you must release what you can see in order to receive what you cannot yet see. Many chosen ones wait for fear to disappear before moving forward, but faith does not require the absence of fear. Faith means taking the step even while your heart is unsure. Courage is born when obedience becomes stronger than doubt. Trusting God during this transition means believing that His vision for your life is greater than your current understanding. You may not know every detail of the journey ahead, but you can trust the one who designed the path. Right now, you stand between two choices: remain where fear feels safe, or step forward where faith leads. The battle inside you is preparing you for decision. And often, the moment you choose faith is the moment your new life truly begins. 5. New location, meaning. When God speaks about a new location, the message goes far beyond simply changing where you live. A new location represents spiritual repositioning, a divine adjustment designed to align you with opportunities, people, and experiences that match your destiny. Sometimes the greatest transformation begins the moment you step into a different environment. Every place carries an atmosphere. Certain environments nurture growth, while others quietly limit it. You may not always notice it immediately, but surroundings influence your thoughts, energy, and direction. God understands that purpose often requires the right setting to fully develop. What could not grow where you were may flourish where you are being led. Spiritual repositioning happens when God moves you closer to what has already been prepared for you. The blessings are not random, they are positioned. The connections you need exist somewhere. The opportunities meant for you are unfolding in specific spaces. Remaining in the wrong location can delay encounters that are essential for your next chapter. Many chosen ones feel an unexplained pull toward change before understanding why. You might feel drawn to new ideas, new environments, or even new lifestyles. This inner shift is not imagination, it is alignment beginning within your spirit before becoming visible in your reality. A new location also breaks old cycles. When you stay in the same environment too long, patterns repeat automatically. People expect the same version of you. Habits remain unchanged. Moving creates space for reinvention. It allows you to step into your evolving identity without being constantly reminded of who you used to be. God sometimes relocates you to expand your vision. Exposure to new surroundings challenges your thinking and awakens abilities that remained dormant before. Confidence grows because you learn to rely more deeply on divine guidance rather than familiarity. This transition may feel uncomfortable at first because growth rarely feels predictable, yet discomfort often signals expansion. Just as a seed must leave its original place to grow into something greater, you are being planted where your purpose can finally take root. Understand this clearly: the new location is not random movement, it is divine placement. God is aligning your environment with your calling. Where you are going will support the person you are becoming, not the person you once were. Your relocation is not an escape from your past, it is an arrival into alignment. And in this new positioning, doors will open that could never open before, simply because you are finally standing where your destiny can recognize you. 6. New people coming. One of the greatest changes that happens when God moves you into a new season is the arrival of new people. Many chosen ones focus only on the change of location or circumstances, but often the true blessing is found in the relationships God is preparing ahead. Destiny is rarely fulfilled alone. It is supported through divine connections. You may have noticed that some relationships have slowly faded during your transition. Conversations became forced, misunderstandings increased, or emotional distance appeared without clear explanation. This can feel painful, but it is not always rejection, sometimes it is realignment. Not everyone is meant to walk with you into your next chapter. God removes certain connections, not out of anger, but out of protection. Some people were assigned to a previous version of your life, a season where you were learning, healing, or surviving. As you grow spiritually and emotionally, your needs change, your vision expands. The relationships that once felt natural may no longer support who you are becoming. The new people coming into your life will feel different. There will be less competition and more encouragement. Instead of draining your energy, they will inspire growth. These individuals are often called destiny helpers, people who appear at the right moment with wisdom, opportunities, or support you did not expect. You will notice alignment rather than struggle. Conversations will feel meaningful. Mutual respect will replace misunderstanding. These connections will not require you to shrink yourself or hide your purpose. Instead, they will recognize your potential and help you move closer to it. Some of these people may become mentors who guide you. Others may be friends who understand your journey without long explanations. Some may even open doors that change the direction of your life completely. Divine relationships carry peace, clarity, and encouragement rather than confusion. It is important to release the fear of losing old connections so you can welcome the new ones fully. Holding on to relationships that no longer align can block the space needed for healthier bonds to enter. God is not taking people away to leave you alone. He is clearing space for relationships that match your future instead of your past. The people coming into your life will not only walk beside you, they will help reveal the version of yourself that God always intended you to become. 7. New blessings prepared. While you were focused on surviving your current season, God was quietly preparing blessings you could not yet see. One of the greatest truths many chosen ones discover later is that divine blessings are often arranged long before their arrival. What feels sudden to you has already been carefully planned in the spiritual realm. The new season ahead is not empty, it is prepared. Opportunities are being aligned with your name on them. Doors are forming that will open at the exact moment you are ready to walk through them. Even now, circumstances are shifting behind the scenes so that your path becomes clearer step by step. These blessings may not always appear in the way you expect. Sometimes they arrive as new ideas, unexpected invitations, or chances that seem small at first but lead to major transformation. God often introduces blessings gradually so you can grow into them rather than become overwhelmed by them. Peace will be one of the first signs of this new season. After long periods of confusion or emotional struggle, you will begin to notice a calmness within yourself. Decisions will feel lighter, anxiety will slowly fade. This peace is confirmation that you are moving in alignment with divine direction. Abundance also takes many forms. It is not only financial increase, though opportunities for provision may appear. Abundance includes clarity of mind, emotional stability, supportive relationships, and renewed confidence. You will begin to experience life with less resistance and more flow, as if things are finally working with you instead of against you. God prepares blessings carefully because they must match the person you have become. The challenges you endured were shaping your capacity to receive without fear and manage success with wisdom. You are not stepping into random luck, you are stepping into rewards connected to growth, patience, and faithfulness. There may have been moments when you believed your efforts were unnoticed or your prayers unanswered, but preparation often happens in silence. Just because you could not see progress does not mean nothing was happening. Seeds grow underground before they ever break through the surface. Now the season of manifestation begins. The same God who guided you through difficulty is guiding you toward fulfillment. New blessings are not approaching by coincidence, they are arriving by design. Trust the process. What is coming will restore hope, renew strength, and remind you that every delay carried purpose. The life ahead holds opportunities, peace, and abundance prepared specifically for the chosen one, willing to step forward in faith. 8. New identity of the chosen one. When you step into this new season, you are not just entering a new location or meeting new people, you are stepping into a new version of yourself. God is not only rearranging your environment, He is awakening the identity of the chosen one within you. This transformation is the climax of all the preparation, trials, and faith you have invested in your journey. The old version of you, shaped by fear, doubt, or limitation, is fading. You are shedding habits, thought patterns, and mindsets that no longer serve your destiny. What once held you back, insecurity, indecision, or the weight of past failures, is being replaced with clarity and confidence. You are beginning to recognize your worth, not by what you have achieved, but by who God has created you to be. Confidence arises naturally as you obey divine direction, even when the path is uncertain. Each step taken in faith strengthens your inner authority. You begin to trust your decisions, honor your intuition, and embrace challenges as opportunities rather than threats. The voice of doubt still whispers, but your faith now speaks louder. Purpose awakens in ways you never imagined. You start seeing your life as part of a bigger plan, understanding that your struggles, victories, and sacrifices were all shaping you for meaningful impact. Your talents, passions, and gifts align in harmony with the calling God placed on your life. There is no longer confusion or hesitation, only intentionality and focus. This new identity is not about pride or ego, it is about alignment. It is the emergence of the person capable of carrying the blessings, responsibilities, and influence that come with being chosen. People around you will sense the change, your presence will inspire, your words will carry weight, and your actions will reflect divine purpose. The chosen one you are becoming is resilient, courageous, and fully equipped to step into every blessing, challenge, and responsibility with grace. You are no longer defined by where you have been, you are defined by who you are becoming. This is your moment to fully embrace the identity God has been cultivating in secret, preparing you to shine as never before. 9. Prophetic vision of new life. Close your eyes and imagine the life God is preparing for you. This is more than a dream, it is a prophetic vision of your new reality. Every step you have taken, every trial endured, and every act of faith is leading you to this moment. A life of success, peace, and divine favor is waiting, ready to unfold the moment you step fully into obedience. In this new life, mornings are no longer rushed or chaotic. You wake up with clarity, purpose, and a sense of peace that fills your soul. Decisions are guided, not rushed. Opportunities arrive effortlessly, aligning with your gifts and passions. Doors that once seemed closed swing open, and the right people appear exactly when you need them. You will see your talents and abilities recognized in ways that honor both your effort and God's guidance. Projects, visions, and ideas that once felt distant now manifest naturally. Success is not forced or superficial, it flows because you are positioned in alignment with your purpose. Divine favor surrounds you, protecting your journey, opening doors, and guiding your steps even in uncertainty. Peace accompanies every blessing. No longer are you weighed down by doubt, fear, or the pressures of what could go wrong. Confidence replaces hesitation, joy replaces worry. You operate in harmony with God's timing, moving forward with certainty that each step is directed toward fulfillment. The people you encounter are aligned with your growth. Relationships feel authentic, supportive, and nurturing. Each connection helps you rise higher, opening avenues that expand your influence and impact. You are no longer navigating life alone. Divine partnerships and alliances are positioned to accelerate your journey. This prophetic vision is not a far-off dream, it is a promise. Every difficulty you faced, every moment of waiting, was crafting your readiness for this new life. The peace you crave, the success you deserve, and the favor God promised are now within reach. Step into it boldly, for the chosen one is rising into a life designed by God Himself, a life overflowing with abundance, joy, and purpose. 10. What you must do now. The time for hesitation is over. God has spoken, and the next steps require action. Preparation begins with your heart and mind. Release what no longer serves you, old habits, toxic relationships and limiting beliefs, so you can fully receive the new life ahead. Obedience now is the key to unlocking every blessing that is waiting for you. Start by aligning your daily life with your purpose. Create space for prayer, reflection and meditation, listening carefully for God's guidance. Your spiritual awareness will grow as you intentionally prioritize the things that matter most. Next, take practical steps toward your new season. This might mean planning your move, connecting with supportive people, or seeking opportunities that align with your calling. Action, no matter how small, demonstrates faith and opens the doors God has prepared. Prepare emotionally as well. Let go of fear, doubt and regret. Replace them with faith, hope and trust in God's plan. Remember, obedience does not require perfection, it requires willingness. Finally, position yourself to recognize blessings when they arrive. Stay alert to new opportunities, supportive people, and divine confirmations. God will guide you, but you must walk in readiness. Do not delay. Every moment you wait is a moment lost. Step forward, trust God, and move into the new life He has prepared. The chosen one acts when the call is clear. Your future begins with the choices you make today. 11. Final blessing and call to action. You have heard the call. You have seen the signs. Now is the time to step boldly into the life God has prepared for you. The chosen one is not defined by fear or hesitation, but by faith, courage and obedience. Every challenge you faced, every season of waiting, was shaping you for this very moment. Receive this blessing. Peace will surround you, doors will open, and favor will accompany every step you take. Your purpose is clear, your path is aligned, and your destiny is unfolding exactly as it should. God is positioning you for greater things than you ever imagined. Do not delay your faith. Take action today. Prepare your heart, embrace the new people and opportunities coming your way, and step into the abundance and joy that are rightfully yours. The life ahead is waiting, and it is filled with purpose, peace and divine favor. If this message spoke to your soul, engage with it now. Like this video, subscribe for more guidance, and share your journey in the comments. You are not alone, you are the chosen one, and your time is now.